Morning everybody, Thomas here. So, here we go. It's black walnut. And what I did is I actually took a hammer and this little tool here that I got at Harbor Freight and everything and used it to get all that tight bark off the log and everything. The reason I got the bark off and everything is because it had dirt, debris. It was one I drug out when I was up in Missouri and everything, so I'm like, you know what, I want to get a little more life out of this blade, plus I want to take it off afterwards, so might as well just do it here in the beginning. So took it all off. Log's looking pretty clean and everything. It was around 18 inches diameter on the big side, and the small side probably 14 or so. Get this thing set up. Another wonderfully warm day out here. Yesterday when I was cutting that cherry, it was 93 degrees. And today, it's a little bit cooler, which is nice. This is Sunday, so after we got back from church, I'm like, you know what? This is pretty cool. So my dog there, see on the left-hand side, she just got hit by some of those fire ants from that cherry. That cherry still, I've got little pieces underneath the mill, and it still has all sorts of fire ants in it. So here we go. The mill is warm. Gotta find where I put my earmuffs over here. We're gonna do a couple cuts on this. The first cut I'll do at about 2 inches down. That should remove most of the sap. I should start getting into a little bit of color. The first cut, 2 inches down, will probably be somewhere really close to here. Then the next cut I'll do 2 inches down, and then I'll start getting to that color, and then just slab it up from there at 2 inches. Or if you know anything about woodworking, call it 8/4. I don't like to talk in quarters though. So here we go. Get the camera set up for some of the reveal. I have neighbors over there. They were working on their crops today. There we go. Alright, so this first one here is mostly sapwood, but we're starting to get into a little bit of the color. Still, even with this, I can make some pretty neat stuff out of here. People like the transition between the sap and the heartwood, if you want to call it that. Alright. So my blade, it was chattering down here a little bit and everything. It's... I think I must have hit something on the last log that had on here, the cherry. Maybe like a rock or something. So you can see that shatter walk across there. Alright. These are some slabs, I'll tell you what. And actually, that is why my blade is chattering. It's a piece of metal. Not 3 pieces of metal. I didn't see that on the other side. 4 pieces of metal. But you know what? I don't care. It's black walnut. But anytime you see that dark spot, that's essentially where you're going to have. So there's 3 little pieces there, and 1 piece up there, which is why my blade did that chatter walk there. Took the set out, and you can see, I mean, the transition, it's it was off a little bit there, but then it got really off, and then it got really off after that. So I'm not going to change this blade yet, because I still have some sharpness going on in the blade. So my best course of action is keep on cutting. I'm not going to risk cutting off that small piece of wood down there. I'm just going to keep on cutting. So it's going to work a little bit harder. That's how it is though sometimes. Especially on wood like this, even though that metal's in there, and, you know, get some character to it. I can try to make the best out of a kind of a crappy situation. And I knew when I got these trees, they came out of a yard, that this could very well be the case. You know, anytime you get yard trees, expect metal. So, again, Mill's been doing great, Tractor's been doing great. Please like and subscribe. I know my channel is slowly but surely growing. I'm gonna hopefully have some pretty neat videos coming out here soon. We recently on the farm, let's see if I can get it turned around here. Recently on the farm we did, we moved the male up from the front pen and everything out to the females. So breeding season is nearly upon us, so next time the does go into heat, we should hopefully get some action going on there, and that'll shoot for about a February time frame kidding, so that'd be nice. And then with February time frame kidding, we might be able to start milking March, sometime in March, and then we'll actually have the milk kitchen done by then, I'm hoping. I do have the AC installed in the milk kitchen. I do have the concrete floor, it's all done, all the walls are essentially done. Got to do the plumbing, and I got to do the milk kitchen on the side, like the milk stand on the side. But other than that, I mean, I'm getting really close. I think I'm going to be putting some concrete down in a week or 2. I got my pennies saved up. And again, so what I do is the money that the sawmill makes, I use it to pay on to the sawmill note, the tractor note, and pay for any projects I'm doing around the farm. And it's doing a pretty good job of keeping up. So gotta get the metal on top of the other sawmill building. Tomorrow is Labor Day. If anything's open, I don't know if the metal place I want to go to is gonna be open, or if our hardware store is. I'll get that metal, maybe throw that stuff up on there. So hopefully within a month or so, the sawmill will be moved to the front. It'll give me a little more room to work, and I can use this area to store my trailer and get out of the elements. But yep, again, please like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more cutting videos and farm videos. I will also have some turkeys to do, and I'll show you a whole process of how I pluck the turkeys and do all that fun stuff. But until we see you again, have fun.